Have you ever found yourself reaching for the wall as you walk through your home? Taking shorter, more cautious steps on uneven ground? Or hesitating for a moment before stepping off a curb? These might seem like small adjustments, but they're actually early warning signs that your sense of balance may be declining quietly, gradually, and often without you even realizing it. The truth is, most people don't suddenly lose their balance overnight. It slips away little by little, through subtle habits and overlooked changes in the body. What starts as mild insecurity with movement can slowly grow into a constant fear of falling. But here's the good news. This decline isn't just common, it's preventable. In today's video, we'll uncover 5 common mistakes that many older adults make, often without knowing it. These small missteps can have a big impact on your balance and stability. And more importantly, I'll show you simple, effective ways to correct each one. No fancy equipment or extreme workouts needed. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, this video is for you. Because staying steady on your feet means staying independent, confident, and active. So if you care about your balance and want practical solutions, make sure to watch until the end. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell for more tips. If you find it helpful, drop a 1 in the comments or a 0 if not to help us improve. Let's get started. Let's start with one of the most overlooked, yet most crucial, parts of your body when it comes to balance, your feet and ankles. Most people assume that balance is all about the brain, the core, or maybe the hips. And while those areas are important, your feet and ankles are actually your body's first line of defense against falling. Every time you take a step, shift your weight, or walk across an uneven surface, your ankles and feet make thousands of tiny adjustments, instantly and automatically, to keep you stable. But here's the problem. As we age, we tend to lose strength and mobility in these areas, not because of age alone, but because of disuse. Think about it. We spend most of our time walking on flat, predictable surfaces like tile or pavement. We wear thick, cushioned shoes that protect us, but also prevent our feet from engaging naturally. Many of us rarely walk barefoot, stretch our ankles, or do anything to challenge the muscles that support our lower body. And the result? Stiff, weak, and unresponsive ankles. Ankles that used to instinctively correct a wobble or shift now hesitate, and that's where instability creeps in. A misstep, a stumble, or even a small trip becomes a real danger. But the good news is, this is not permanent. Let me give you a quick example. A 76-year-old gentleman in our community had been struggling with balance issues for years. He thought it was just part of getting older. But after doing just 5 minutes a day of simple foot and ankle exercises, like calf raises, foot rolls, and balance holds for 2 weeks, he noticed a remarkable difference. He felt lighter on his feet, more stable when walking, and more confident on stairs. You can try it too. Start with a self-test. Stand barefoot and rise slowly onto your tiptoes. Can you hold that for 10 seconds without wobbling? Try standing on one foot for 10 seconds. Is it difficult? That's your body telling you it needs more ankle and foot strength. So, what can you do? Try these simple interventions. Walk barefoot on safe, uneven surfaces like grass, sand, or a textured mat to wake up foot muscles. Roll a tennis ball under your foot to stimulate circulation and release tension. Stretch your calves daily to keep ankles flexible. Practice slow, mindful heel-to-toe walking in a straight line to improve control and coordination. Not only will these small actions strengthen your ankles and feet, they'll also improve your posture, your reaction time, and your confidence in movement. Balance doesn't begin in the brain, it starts from the ground up. Strong, active feet are your foundation. And this foundation, if ignored, becomes a hidden weakness. But if trained and supported, it becomes your greatest ally against falls. So take that first step today. Start small, stay consistent, and you'll feel the difference. If this lesson helped you, type a 1 in the comments. It lets us know you're with us and encourages others too. Mistake 2. Skipping balance training. The missing link in most senior routines. Here's something many older adults don't realize. Balance is a skill, and like any skill, it must be trained. One of the biggest mistakes that leads to falls and instability in later years is avoiding balance training altogether. Most people focus on walking, maybe stretching, or doing a bit of strength training, all great. But they forget that balance doesn't automatically improve just by staying active. It needs focused practice. You see, your balance system is like a three-legged stool. It depends on sensory input from your eyes, inner ear, and feet. Muscle strength, especially in the core and lower body. Neuromuscular coordination, the brain's ability to process movement and adjust in real time. The third one, coordination, is often ignored. And yet, it's the most critical in preventing sudden loss of balance. When you avoid direct balance training, that coordination weakens. This leads to moments of hesitation, slower reaction time, and an increased risk of falling when something unexpected happens, like stepping on a slippery surface or being bumped in a crowd. Now, the good news, you don't need a gym or fancy equipment to train your balance. In fact, just 5 minutes a day can make a world of difference. Here are some simple, safe ways to start. Stand on one foot while holding a chair for support. Switch sides. Aim to increase time each day. Heel-to-toe walking. Imagine you're walking on a tightrope. Focus on control and posture. Weight shifts. Gently shift your weight from one foot to the other. Feel how your body adjusts to stay centered. Mini squats with support. These engage your core, legs, and balance at once. And don't rush through these. The secret is in the slowness. Moving slowly forces your body to engage stabilizing muscles, the small ones we rarely use but desperately need as we age. You can even turn daily activities into balance training. Stand on one foot while brushing your teeth. Practice turning slowly while carrying something light. Try reaching for something from a high shelf without bracing your hand on the wall. Let me share a quick story. A woman in her 70s reached out after nearly falling twice in 1 week. She felt shaky and unsure of herself. We added just 3 to 4 minutes of balance drills to her daily routine. Within a month, she was walking more upright, no longer clinging to furniture, and she told us, "I feel like I got my legs back." That's the power of balance training. So if you've been skipping it, now's the time to start. You're never too old to improve. But the longer you avoid it, the harder it becomes to recover lost ground. Remember, falling isn't just bad luck. It's often the result of untouched weaknesses that can be corrected with a little attention. If you've never tried balance exercises before, leave a 1 in the comments to let us know you're starting today. And if you've already. Mistake 3. Unsafe footwear at home. The hidden danger beneath your feet. Now let's talk about something that might surprise you. Your shoes, or lack of them, could be silently putting you at risk. One of the most common and easily preventable mistakes that leads to falls among older adults is wearing improper or unstable footwear indoors. That includes everything from loose-fitting slippers to smooth-soled socks, or even walking barefoot on hard, slippery floors. Many seniors focus on balance exercises, stretching, or physical therapy, all wonderful tools, but forget one of the most important safety decisions they make every day: what they put on their feet. Why footwear matters more than you think. Your feet are incredible structures. Each one contains 26 bones, 33 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments, all working together to stabilize your movement. They're also full of nerve endings that constantly send signals to your brain to help maintain posture, correct your steps, and recover from slips. But when you wear the wrong shoes, these systems can't do their job. Loose slippers let your feet slide around, causing instability. Worn-out soles have no grip and increase the risk of slipping. Super soft or heavily cushioned shoes may feel good, but they reduce sensory feedback, making it harder to detect imbalance. And elevated heels, even just slightly, shift your posture forward, throwing off your natural alignment. Even walking barefoot or in socks on tile or hardwood can be dangerous. Your feet get no traction, and there's zero protection if you step awkwardly or slip unexpectedly. Take the example of Mr. Raymond, a 79-year-old viewer who reached out to us. He had been wearing socks around the house for years. Until one day, walking to the kitchen, he slipped on his polished floor and fell backward, narrowly avoiding a serious injury. He never thought socks were risky until they nearly cost him his mobility. What supportive footwear really looks like. So, what should you be wearing instead? Proper footwear for older adults should have these 4 essential features. Firm arch support. This keeps your foot aligned and prevents inward rolling, pronation, that throws off your balance. Flat yet flexible sole. Avoid stiff shoes that limit movement or soft ones that mute your sense of the ground. Slip-resistant tread. Look for textured rubber soles with traction that grip the floor, even on smooth indoor surfaces. Secure fit. No more loose slippers. Choose footwear with adjustable straps or firm heel cups to prevent your foot from sliding around inside. For indoor use, we highly recommend non-slip house shoes or slippers with a strong grip, firm structure, and a heel that doesn't collapse. Grip socks, specially made with silicone pads or tread patterns underneath, if you prefer something lighter. Many seniors choose shoes based on softness or ease of slipping them on. But in reality, those qualities often remove the very things that keep you safe. Wearing the right footwear doesn't just protect you from a slip. It boosts your confidence while walking, improves your overall posture, supports your ankles and knees, helps your muscles respond quickly to small imbalances, and reduces your fear of falling, which, as you know, is half the battle. Here's a quick checklist you can use right now. Are your indoor shoes worn out or smooth underneath? Do your slippers flop around or feel too loose? Can you feel the floor beneath your feet, or is it all cushioning? Do your shoes slip easily when you turn or walk fast? If you answered yes to any of these, it might be time to invest in better footwear. This doesn't mean expensive shoes. It means safe, supportive, and well-fitting ones that give your feet the grip and guidance they need. Footwear might seem like a small detail, but it's a major piece of the balance puzzle. You don't have to wait for a close call or an accident to make the change. Start today. It's simple, affordable, and incredibly effective. If this segment helped you think differently about what you wear at home, leave a 2 in the comments to let us know you're making the change. Your balance begins the moment your foot hits the floor. So make sure it's hitting the floor with the right support. Mistake 4. Relying on walls and furniture. A hidden habit that weakens your balance. Let me ask you something. When you walk through your home, maybe from the bedroom to the kitchen, do you ever find yourself lightly touching the wall or reaching for a chair, just in case? At first glance, this might seem like a smart, cautious habit. After all, it provides a quick sense of support and safety. But here's the surprising truth. Constantly relying on walls, furniture, or countertops to move around may actually be making your balance worse. In fact, this is one of the most common mistakes older adults make, and often, it goes completely unnoticed. Why support walking is a false safety net. Grabbing onto furniture can feel reassuring, especially if you've had a previous fall or scare. But the comfort it provides is temporary and deceptive. Relying on external supports too often sends a message to your body. You can't balance on your own anymore. Over time, your muscles stop working as hard, your reflexes become slower, and your confidence weakens. It's a slow process that leads to something very dangerous. Your natural balance systems stop practicing and start fading. The more you use the wall, the less your ankles, legs, hips, and core are engaged. And the less you challenge your inner ear, vestibular system, and proprioception, the brain's awareness of your body and space, the duller those systems become. The vicious cycle of declining balance. Here's how it happens. A small stumble or moment of uncertainty leads to cautious walking. That caution turns into grabbing the wall, just to be safe. The body adapts to this new habit by doing less work on its own. Muscles weaken, nerves lose sharpness, and the risk of falling actually increases. Before long, you're not just walking more slowly, you're walking with fear. Real example, reversing the pattern. One of our viewers, Linda, age 75, fell while reaching for something on a low shelf. Though she wasn't seriously hurt, the experience shook her. From that day forward, she began walking with a cane and later, also used furniture to move around at home. She told us, "I just didn't trust my legs anymore." But here's what's amazing. With the help of supervised balance exercises and a program to gradually reduce her reliance on furniture, Linda began to regain her strength and, more importantly, her trust in herself. Within 2 months, she no longer needed the cane indoors. Within 3 months, she was walking confidently, hands-free. Try this self-test. Here's a simple way to see if this applies to you. Walk across a room in your home without touching anything. If you feel anxious, off balance, or instinctively reach out, your body may have become too dependent on external supports. Don't worry. You can change that starting today. Rebuilding balance, a step-by-step solution. The answer isn't to suddenly stop using support, especially not if you truly need a cane or walker for medical reasons. Instead, use progressive balance training to rebuild strength and trust in your body. Stand unaided near a wall or sturdy chair for short periods, 10 to 20 seconds. Practice taking a few slow, mindful heel-to-toe steps without holding anything. Gradually increase the distance from a few feet to across the room. Focus on your posture, keep your head up, shoulders relaxed, and steps deliberate. With consistent practice, your core muscles engage, your balance reflexes sharpen, and your confidence grows. The psychological shift. Don't underestimate the mental side of this. When you stop relying on walls and start moving freely, even just a little at first, you're telling yourself, I can do this. I'm capable. That shift in mindset is incredibly powerful. Remember, this isn't about ignoring assistive tools you truly need. It's about stopping unnecessary habits that hold you back instead of holding you up. The benefits of letting go. Once you break the habit of furniture walking, here's what you can expect. Stronger posture, faster reaction times, less fear of movement, better mobility and independence, and most importantly, a lower risk of falling. It might feel scary at first, but with gradual steps and a bit of patience, you can rebuild both your physical balance and your mental confidence. If this section resonated with you, or you're ready to begin walking a little more freely, comment below to let us know you're on this journey. You're stronger than you think. Sometimes you just need to let go literally to rediscover that strength. Mistake 5. Overlooking your eyes and ears. The silent saboteurs of balance. When people think about balance, they usually picture strong legs, steady feet, and maybe good posture. But there's a hidden side to balance that often gets ignored, and that's your eyes and your inner ears. Neglecting these two sensory systems, your vision and vestibular system, is one of the most common and dangerous mistakes older adults make when it comes to staying steady and safe on their feet. Let's break this down. How sensory systems control your balance. Your body depends on 3 major systems to maintain balance. The muscles and joints, which tell you where your body is in space. The eyes, which provide visual input about your surroundings, and the inner ear, which detects head position and motion through the vestibular system. When all 3 work together smoothly, your balance feels automatic. But as we age, changes in the eyes and ears can silently disrupt this harmony, leading to a higher risk of stumbles and falls, especially when walking at night, stepping downstairs, or turning quickly. Common vision-related changes with age. By the time we reach our 60s, 70s, and beyond, several changes in our vision can begin to affect balance. Pupils shrink and become less responsive to light, making it harder to adapt to darkness or glare. The lenses yellow and stiffen, reducing contrast and clarity. The retina may lose sensitivity, especially in peripheral areas, affecting depth perception and obstacle detection. These changes can make it difficult to judge step heights, spot tripping hazards, or adjust to different lighting, all of which are crucial for safe movement. The inner ear and balance. What can go wrong? Inside your inner ear are tiny fluid-filled canals and hair cells that sense your head's motion and orientation. This is your vestibular system, and it plays a key role in helping you stay upright, especially during quick movements or changes in direction. But aging naturally wears down this system too. You may start to experience dizziness or vertigo, especially when you turn your head quickly. Unsteadiness in the dark when visual cues are low. Sensitivity to crowds or busy environments, which can feel overwhelming. One condition, benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, BPPV, is particularly common in older adults and often goes undiagnosed. It causes brief spinning sensations when you change head positions and can lead to serious falls if not treated. A real-life turnaround. Take Mr. Joseph, 80 years old, who had been struggling with frequent dizziness and unsteadiness, especially when walking at night. It turned out he had outdated glasses, mild hearing loss affecting his vestibular function, and undiagnosed BPPV. After updating his eyewear, starting vestibular therapy, and using hearing aids, his balance dramatically improved, and so did his confidence. What you can do today. The best part? Many of these age-related sensory declines are treatable. Here's what you can do. Get regular comprehensive eye exams, not just basic vision tests. Ask about contrast sensitivity and depth perception. Update your eyeglasses, especially for tasks involving intermediate and near vision, like cooking or walking around the house. Request a vestibular assessment if you feel dizzy, off balance, or unsure with head movements. Try vestibular rehabilitation exercises, which are safe and effective at improving balance and coordination. Use hearing aids if needed. They don't just help with sound, they can improve spatial awareness too. Improve your environment. Add night lights, use high-contrast tape on stairs, and try yellow-tinted glasses for better visibility in dim areas. Your eyes and ears deserve attention too. We spend so much time strengthening our legs and stretching our backs, but often forget that sensory input is just as important as muscle power. If your body isn't getting clear, accurate signals from your eyes and ears, it's like trying to walk through life in a fog and your balance suffers as a result. So, don't overlook this vital piece of the puzzle. Keeping your vision and inner ear health in check can be a game changer for your stability, confidence, and independence. If this lesson helped you, type a 5 in the comments to let us know you're still with us. Conclusion: your balance is in your hands. Let's recap what we've covered today. Balance doesn't just disappear overnight, it slowly fades through habits and changes we often don't notice. But the good news is, this decline is not inevitable. It's preventable and in many cases, even reversible. We looked at 5 common mistakes many older adults make: neglecting foot and ankle strength, skipping balance training, wearing unsafe footwear indoors, relying on furniture or walls to walk, ignoring vision and inner ear health. Each of these habits chips away at your balance over time. But now that you understand them, you can start making simple, targeted changes starting today. Even small improvements, practiced consistently, can lead to stronger steps, better posture, and greater confidence. You don't need to overhaul your life. Just take one step at a time, literally and figuratively. Remember, your body is always ready to adapt. It just needs the right signals, movement, and care. If this video helped you in any way, please like the video to support the channel. Subscribe for more helpful tips like this. And comment yes below if you feel more hopeful about improving your balance. Also, don't forget to comment the numbers 1 through 5 for the lessons that stood out most to you. That's how we know what's working and what to improve. Thank you for watching. Stay steady, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next one.